my channel. This is Ice Do Movie Reviews. My name is Logan, and today I'm going to review, of course, you know what I'm going to review because I said, hey Ghostbusters fans, and you saw my thumbnail. Today I'm going to review Ghostbusters Afterlife. This movie is directed by Jason Reitman, and this movie stars Finn Wolfhard, Mckenna, Celeste, Logan Kim, Paul Rudd, and Carrie, Coon. And this is also the sequel to the first two Ghostbusters movies, so this has nothing to do with the crappy 2016 Ghostbusters movies. This is the third installment of the original Ghostbusters movies. When a single mom and her two kids arrive in a small town, they begin to discover the connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind. So as you guys can see, I'm from Australia, so I did see a very early screening of this movie. Ghostbusters Afterlife is actually coming out on New Year's Day, and I don't want to wait that long, so I saw a very early screening for Ghostbusters Afterlife to complete my 2021 movies. I love the original Ghostbusters. It's one of my favorite comedies of all time. It's one of my favorite movies to watch on Halloween, I would say. I really love the original Ghostbusters, and Ghostbusters 2, even though it wasn't a great movie, it does have a special place in my heart. I still like Ghostbusters 2, and we got this abomination, which is probably the biggest mistake that Sony's ever done. So with this movie, there are some interesting things to anticipate for. One of the cases is that Jason Reitman is directing this film. Now, if you don't know who Jason Reitman is, he directed some indie films like Juno and Tully, which I thought those movies are really good movies. But he is actually, in fact, Ivan Reitman's son, who directed the first two Ghostbusters movies. So it's really interesting to see Ivan Reitman's son to direct his father's legacy. And this movie definitely looks different than I was anticipating. I literally was expecting, you know, another Ghostbusters movie that's still going to feel like Ghostbusters, but the trailers of the movie felt actually very different. It kind of has that Goonies and Stranger Things vibe to it, and that's what a coincidence because Finn Wolfhard is in this film, and he wore a Ghostbusters costume in Stranger Things, so it's a coincidence that he's in this movie twice in a row. But I was very, very interested in Ghostbusters Afterlife. Obviously, I wanted this movie to be better than the crappy 2016's Ghostbusters movie, but I'm really curious to see what Jason Reitman does with this film. And I gotta say, guys, I really loved Ghostbusters Afterlife. This is definitely the best Ghostbusters film since the first one. I think the good thing about this film is the cast. I think every single cast member in Ghostbusters Afterlife was really great in the film. From Finn Wolfhard, I think he does a great job in the film playing this angsty teenager. But he definitely is a really good character in the film. You really get his character's motivation. And Finn Wolfhard is such a great actor. I loved him in Stranger Things and other stuff. And he is really, really good in this film. But Mckenna in this film is definitely the star of this film. She is the main antagonist of the film. And you really get her character. She has the smart. She's a geek. But you get her throughout the film. And she's probably one of the most smartest kids I have seen in movies. She has a good humor. She has a good heart. Mckenna is a very underrated actress in my opinion. I loved her in Gifted. I thought that movie was very underrated. She was really good in that film. And she's really great in this film. And I hope she gets much more credit in other films she's going to make because she's really good in this film. We also got Logan Kim basically playing this kid named Podcast, who is basically the friend of Mckenna character. And I really like this character. I thought his character is hilarious in the film. And he has a really good chemistry with Mckenna in the film. It's a really good friendship chemistry right there. Celeste, hopefully I said her name right. She was in Freaky that came out last year. She basically plays like the love interest to Finn Wolfhard's character. But she was good in this film also. I actually liked the four main leads in the film. I thought they were a good group in this film. You really like those characters. But also we got Paul Rudd in this film, which, yep, Paul Rudd is mostly marketed in this film. And it's definitely worth seeing Paul Rudd in this film because Paul Rudd is such a likable actor. Like, you know, he's been in so many great things. He's a likable guy in real life. Ant-Man, of course. But he was actually really good in this film. He wasn't really in the movie all that much as I wanted him to be. But Paul Rudd in the film, he was really great in the film. He provided some lines that I literally killed myself laughing in. Also, Carrie Coon in this movie playing the kid's mother in the film was definitely a big surprise for me because I thought she was going to be, you know, the singly cliched mother character that's in the background throughout most of the time. She actually has a motivation in the film, which obviously I'm not going to spoil this film because there's a lot of stuff happening in this film. So this is a non-spoiler review. But her character was definitely very interesting in the film, and she provides a lot of heart into this film. But I love the whole aspect that the kids are Ghostbusters. You know, like they're going on this adventure to solve the mystery about the main girl's grandfather in the film. I really thought that plot was very interesting to see, like, the legacy of Ghostbusters, and basically, like, a film about, you know, kids going on adventure, discovering new things. I liked those plots as a kid, so it's really cool that Ghostbusters Afterlife took that concept, and even, like, as a kid, I always wanted to see a movie about kids being Ghostbusters, and this movie definitely provided that for me. But I think Jason Reitman directed this movie very, very well, and I feel like that is a really cool legacy thing that he is directing a movie that his father used to direct, and I thought that's really, really cool in the film, that father and son are teaming up to make this film. This film is all about legacy. It's all about legacy to the original Ghostbusters, but also trying to make it new again. And I love that message in the film, like following the legacy that they have to finish what they started. I thought that aspect of the film was really well done. I thought that whole message and the whole aspect of kids going on an adventure to solve this mystery, fighting ghosts, I thought that is a real treat for this film. And of course, this film has Easter eggs. It has a lot of Easter eggs. And that could be a flaw in the movie. Like, some people could take this in a different way. Some people said, oh, this is just a fan service film to the original Ghostbusters film. Or people just gotta love it because they're Ghostbusters fans. And honestly, I can see that comparison. But I gotta say, guys, I'm a Ghostbusters fan. And I don't think these Easter eggs are in the movie for the sake of being there, because obviously this is still a continuation of the first two Ghostbusters movies. They're putting those Easter eggs there for the story, and I really appreciate Ghostbusters Afterlife for doing that. The visual effects of this film is really well done. When you see the ghosts in the film, they look really, really cool in this film. There are some parts where they do repeat itself from the original movie, but I felt okay with it, because it's obviously something that's like referring to the original, but also just bringing it back for the legacy, and I thought that aspect of the film was really well done in the film. Overall, I really enjoyed Ghostbusters Afterlife. I thought this is definitely the best Ghostbusters film since the first movie. Obviously, the first movie is the best, but this is definitely another good Ghostbusters movie. I thought the cast was fantastic. I loved the whole Goonies adventure thing aspect. I thought that aspect made this film so much fun and exciting. I think this does pay a good homage to the original Ghostbusters movies. This is also following the legacy of the Ghostbusters movies, and I think Jason Reitman does a really great job directing this movie, and I think his father would have been so proud of him making a movie like this, and I am going to give Ghostbusters Afterlife an A-. So guys, that is my review for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Do you like it, hate it, or you thought it's okay? And what is your favorite Ghostbusters movie? Let me know that also in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Keep contacting with me. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notified for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. And have a nice day.